Everyone is chasing the top 1%. The top 1% of income, the top 1% of followers, top 1% of achievement, but they are chasing the wrong 1%. The real top 1% aren't defined by their bank account. They are defined by something most people will never do. I'm going to show you exactly how to join them, not by achieving more, but by lying less. And I'm not speaking from the mountaintop. I'm speaking from inside a 9 to 5 job I can't stand. From inside the exact constraints you're living in right now. This is a map, and if you follow it, everything changes. Let's go. My name is Victor Richman. 3 months ago, I was scrolling through life, numbing myself with porn, watching endless YouTube tutorials, feeling dead inside, but having no idea why. I had this energy in me, knowing that I was here for something more, just vague desires and a lot of comfortable lies I was telling myself. Then I discovered something that changed everything. Not a productivity hack, not a morning routine, not another guru system. A simple truth I have been avoiding my entire life. And once I faced that truth, I couldn't go back. Look, I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. I still work a 9 to 5 building my way out. I haven't made it, but I have discovered something in the last 30 days that matters more than any achievement. I learned how to stop lying to myself. And that one shift, that one commitment to the truth has revealed capacities that I didn't know I had, eliminated habits I thought I needed, and shown me exactly who I am becoming. This is not theory. This is what is working for me right now in real time from inside the trap. And if it is working for me, it will work for you. So let's talk about the top 1%. So we're told they got there through waking up at 4 a.m., cold shower and meditation, perfect discipline, the right connection, hustle and grind. So we follow their tactics, we buy their courses, and we follow their routine. And we stay exactly where we are. Why? Because we're trying to build their results on our own foundation. And our foundation is made of lies. Here are the lies I was telling myself 3 months ago. I need porn to relax. I'll start my real work tomorrow. I am just not disciplined enough. This is just who I am. I need more information before I can start. Sound familiar? These aren't just excuses. They are lies we have accepted as identity. And here's the brutal truth. No amount of productivity hacks will work if you're building on a foundation of lies. You can wake up at 4 a.m. while lying to yourself. You can take cold showers while lying to yourself. You can hustle 16 hours a day while lying to yourself. But you will never join the real top 1% because the real top 1% aren't defined by what they do. They are defined by what they refuse to lie about. The actual top 1%, the ones who become forces to be reckoned with, the ones who build things that matter, the ones who are fully alive. They didn't start with better circumstances. They started with brutal honesty. They asked themselves questions most people avoid. What am I lying to myself about right now? What truth am I avoiding because it's uncomfortable? What do I pretend I need that I actually don't? What am I numbing myself of facing? And then they did something most people never do. They stop lying, not gradually, not I will be more honest eventually. They made the truth non-negotiable. And here's what happened. And once you can't lie to yourself anymore, the behaviors change automatically. You don't need willpower to quit porn when you can't lie about what it is doing to you. You don't need discipline to stop scrolling when you can't lie about what you are avoiding. You don't need motivation when you can't maintain self-deception while claiming to love yourself. This is the secret the top 1% know that the 99% don't. The truth eliminates the need for willpower. The lies are what make the change hard. Remove the lies and the transformation becomes inevitable. That's the foundation. That's what separates the 1% from the 99%. Not achievements, honesty. Let me tell you where I was 3 months ago. I wake up very exhausted, dark circles under my eyes, this feeling of emptiness. I'll go to my 9 to 5, trading hours of my life for just enough money to survive. And this whole time, I will have this idea, visions of the things I could be building and the things I could be creating. But I'll suppress them because I am on someone else's clock. Then I'll come home, instead of building anything, instead of working on my purpose, then I will numb myself. YouTube tutorials I would never implement. Mindless scrolling, junk food. Hours will disappear and I will go to bed feeling even more dead than when I woke up. And the whole time I'll tell myself lies. I am too tired to work on my dreams right now. I will start tomorrow. I just need to relax. This is just who I am. But there was this voice deep down This knowing that I am here for something more than this. I'm not supposed to be a spectator. I'm supposed to be an active participant in my own life. The gifts that I have, they are not accident. They are tools for something, but I had no idea what. No direction, just energy. One night, I remember this clearly. I was about to watch again the mindless YouTube tutorial, same routine, same numbing, and something in me just broke. Not in a bad way, but in a necessary way. I looked myself in the mirror and I asked myself the question I've been avoiding. Do I actually love myself? And I couldn't answer yes. Because if I truly love myself, I couldn't be doing this to myself. I wouldn't be betraying myself every single day with comfortable lies and numbing behaviors. That was the truth I have been avoiding. I didn't love myself. Once I admitted that, everything else became clear. So I made a decision not to get disciplined, not to try harder, not to be more motivated. I decided to love myself completely. And if I love myself and really genuinely love myself, then I will demand the truth. No more comfortable lies, no more self-betrayal, no more numbing what I should feel. So I wrote it down. I love myself completely. Therefore, I would never lie to myself again. And then I did something most people don't do. I created a 30 days experiment to prove it. Not just thinking about change, not just wanting to be better. Physical evidence. Because here's what I learned. Your brain won't believe abstract truth. It needs concrete proof. So for 30 days, no porn, no scrolling, no junk food, no meaningless time wasting, only things that serve my purpose. Only things that honored self-love, music that put me in flow states, and writing that forced clarity. Walking 10,000 steps while brainstorming, conversations with my partner, which will call out every of my lies before I even see them. And every day I will document it, not the highlight reel. The struggle. Day 3, almost relapsed. The cravings for porn was intense. Day 7, I discovered I could go a week without what I thought I needed. Day 14, I realized my limitations were stories and not facts. Day 21, I met a version of me that I didn't know existed. Day 30, I couldn't go back even if I wanted to. I am not special. I am not a superhuman. I just stopped lying to myself. And once I stopped lying, I couldn't maintain the numbing behaviors anymore. Not because of willpower, because of physics. You can't betray someone you truly love. I finally love myself enough to stop the betrayal. Okay, so let's talk about why most people fail. The traditional approach says get discipline, face your problems, transform. But here's the problem with that. Discipline is finite. Truth is infinite. You can force yourself to avoid porn through sheer willpower for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. But eventually the willpower runs out because you haven't addressed the lie underneath. The lies that says, I need this, this is who I am, I cannot change. The truth protocol flips in. Face the brutal truth. Discipline becomes automatic. Transformation becomes inevitable. When you operate from truth, you can't maintain the lies anymore. The cognitive dissonance becomes unbearable. If you love yourself, that's the first truth. And you know porn corrupts your perception of love. Second truth, you can't hold both beliefs. One has to go, and it's not going to be the love. So here's how the truth protocol actually works. Step 1, identify the lies. Everything that engages with you goes through this truth test. The food in front of you, does it nourish you or just satisfy lust? The words about to leave your mouth, truth or reaction? The content on your screen, do they serve my purpose or numb my discomfort? So once you start identifying the lies, it becomes clearer what needs to change. For me, the biggest lie was I needed porn to relax. The truth, I was using it to avoid feeling lonely, avoid facing my lack of purpose, avoid the discomfort of sitting by myself. Once I named the truth, I couldn't go back to the lie. Step 2, create physical evidence. This is crucial. Here's the thing most people miss. We need physical proof to believe emotional truth. Your brain won't accept I am wasting my life on porn as an abstract idea. But when you go 30 days without it, your brain can no longer deny the truth. The activities aren't the transformation. They are the proof that forces you to accept the truth. For example, 30 days without porn proves to you don't need it for intimacy. 30 days without scrolling proves you don't need it for connection. 30 days of intentional eating proves junk food was lost, not need. 30 days keeping to your word proves you are capable of integrity. The lies collapse under the weight of evidence. Step 3, operate from truth. Once you can't maintain the lies anymore, everything changes. Decision making becomes binary. Does this serve my purpose or not? Focus becomes natural. No energy wasted debating yourself. Capacity reveals itself. The lie has hidden what you are capable of. Aliveness returns. You stop medicating and you start experiencing. This is how the 1% operate. Not through human discipline, through the impossibilities of lying to themselves while loving themselves. Now, I need to talk about something most people skip. The foundation beneath everything, self-love. I know it sounds soft. It sounds like self-help nonsense, but hear me out. The hardest truth I had to face wasn't about watching mindless YouTube tutorials or I am wasting time. It was I don't love myself. And once I admitted that, everything made sense. Every numbing behavior was self-betrayal. Every comfortable lie was self-abandonment. Every hour of scrolling was me saying I don't deserve better. You cannot transform without self-love because transformation requires that you face brutal truths, and you can only face brutal truth if you love yourself enough to demand better. Without self-love, brutal honesty just feels like self-hatred. With self-love, brutal honesty becomes an act of devotion. So the first step before anything else is to admit I love myself completely, and not I will love myself when I am worthy. Not I love myself, but I love myself completely right now as I am. If you can't say that and it feels like a lie, then that's your first truth to confront. Why don't you believe you deserve your own love? Face that, fix that, and everything else flows from there. Okay, so you're watching this video and maybe you see yourself in my story. Maybe you are scrolling through life, numbing yourself, feeling dead inside. Maybe you have this energy, this knowing that you're here for more, but no direction. Maybe you're trapped in a job you hate and watching your potential evaporate. If that is you, here's what I want you to know. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You just don't have the map. And every map starts with one truth. Where are you right now? Week 1 isn't about changing everything. It's about seeing clearly. Your assignment for 7 days, identify every lie you are telling yourself. Every time you eat, ask yourself, nourishment or lust. Every time you speak, ask, truth or reaction. Every time you consume content, ask yourself, purpose or numbing. Every time you choose, ask, self-love or self-betrayal. Write them down, all of them. By day 7, you will have a complete inventory of lies. And here's what happens when you see the lies clearly. You can't unsee them. That's not the end. That's the beginning. Week 2 through 4 are about physical proof. You take your inventory of lies and create an experiment that proves them false. Example, lie, I need porn to relax. Experiment, 21 days without it. Alternative, when the urge hits, do 50 push-ups plus cold showers. Result, discover that you never needed it. The need was always a lie. For me, 30 days, no porn. Discovered I was using it to avoid feeling. 10,000 steps daily, turned walking into brainstorming time. Daily writing, forced clarity about what I actually believe. The truth partner checks in, external mirror when I couldn't see my own drift. Every day, the evidence mounted. And every day, the lies lost power. By day 30, I couldn't maintain the lies even if I wanted to. The proof was undeniable. Here's what happened by day 30. Believed I needed porn, scrolling, junk food to function. I thought my limitations were permanent. Dead inside. I'm waiting for someone to save me. Day 30 me, I discovered I don't need what I thought I needed, realized my limitations were lies, feel alive again, saving myself through truth. I didn't become someone new. The capacity was always there. The lies had just hidden it. That's what the map does. It doesn't create transformation. It reveals the person you have been all along. So here's where we are. Self-love and the top 1%. And now you have a choice. Choice 1, close this video. Go back to the comfortable lies, the numbing, the self-betrayal, the slow death of avoided truth. Nothing changes. You stay in the 99%. Choice 2, make the decision right now. In this moment, I love myself completely. I will never lie to myself again. I'm joining the top 1%. If you choose the second path, here's what you do. 1, identify one lie you're telling yourself right now. The biggest one. 2, create a 30 days experiment that will prove it false. 3, document the journey. Your struggle is proof for others. 4, watch transformation become inevitable. as the lies collapse. But I need to be honest with you about something. Joining the top 1% isn't just about personal transformation. It comes with responsibility. Once you stop lying to yourself, you can't lie to others either. Once you see the truth, you have to speak it. Once you discover what is possible, you have to show others. The top 1% don't hoard their discoveries. They document them, they share them, and they build from them. Not because they are gurus with special knowledge, but because they are truth operators pointing to universal truth. That's what I am doing right now. I am not special. I haven't made it. I still work a 9 to 5 that I can't stand, but I am documenting the journey in real time. I am proving that it's exactly possible from where you are standing right now. And if it is working for me inside all the constraints, it will work for you. And here's the bottom line. The top 1% aren't the wealthiest. They are the most honest. They are the rare humans who eliminated self-deception and built everything on truth instead of lies. A beautiful thing. This 1% isn't scarce. There's room for everyone. You don't have to beat anyone. You don't have to compete. You don't have to be the chosen one. You just have to tell yourself the truth. Starting with, I love myself completely. Everything else flows from there. So make the decision, not tomorrow, not Monday, not when the conditions are perfect, right now. Because the top 1% aren't defined by what they have achieved. They are defined by what they refuse to lie about. Welcome to the 1%. Now, go build your proof. All right. If you made it this far, here's what you do next. First, I wrote the complete breakdown of this map in my newsletter. It is called A Map to Reach the Top 1%. The link is in the description. Read it, internalize it, and act on it. Second, I am building a 30 days truth protocol. The worksheets, the exercises, the step-by-step system for creating the evidence. If you want that, get on the wait list. Link below. Now follow me on YouTube. I'm documenting the journey in real time. The struggles, the breakthroughs, the course correct, the drift, all of it. I'm not doing this because I am some enlightened guru. I'm doing this because I finally love myself enough to stop lying. And I want to show you it's possible. 3 months ago, I was exactly where you might be right now. Numbed out, directionless, lying to myself daily, feeling dead inside. I am not fully free yet. I still have a 9 to 5. I'm building my escape, but I am alive again. But I discovered something that matters more than any achievement. I learned to love myself through truth telling. You are not broken. You are not weak. You just haven't admitted the one truth that changes everything. I love myself completely. Say it, mean it, and prove it with evidence. Welcome to the top 1%, and I will see you in the next one.